Peru News Today. All you need to know about Peru.
What happens if Paolo doesn't show up to play at UCV? Lawyer Juan José Castro explained how the case of the footballer and the Trujillo club could be resolved, which summoned him for this Tuesday the 20th. The César Vallejo University Club summoned Paolo Guerrero to appear this Tuesday, February 20th, at its facilities in Trujillo, despite the footballer's decision not to be part of this team's roster for 2024 and the contract that both parties signed on the 2nd of February. Juan José Castro, lawyer and president of the Sports Law Association of Peru, explained in Ampliación de Noticias that the club was protected by the civil code by rejecting the footballer's request to exempt the 30 days notice of resignation. What is said is that both parties have been talking by telephone about this possibility of resolving the contract by Paolo. However, we have seen that in the end Paolo sends a letter of resignation, which is very different from requesting a resolution. He is resigning from a work point of view to cut the link, but the UCV has all the power to agree not to exonerate him, he mentioned. For this reason, he maintained that, with the signed contract, there is already an employment relationship between the player and the club, and added that, according to FIFA regulations, if there is a termination of the contract, it must be by mutual agreement. However, when talking about its termination, FIFA only stipulates it in two cases: debt owed to the footballer or the club stops paying, scenarios where the contract can be resolved unilaterally. UCV could fire Guerrero. With the summons made for this Tuesday, it is the second notification from the Trujillo club to Guerrero. Under this framework, Castro pointed out that a third would mean that the institution could fine, sanction or even fire the predator, as dictated by Peruvian legislation. Vallejo has all the power to fine him. The issue of liability, compensation is possible. There we talked about this case could reach the Chamber of Resolution and Disputes of the Federation, he explained. Regarding this, the lawyer pointed out that this instance could be reached and reviewed if the justified cause that Guerrero alleges falls within what he qualifies as force majeure to be released from the contract, despite the fact that FIFA does not establish it in its regulation. The reality is that regardless of what the rule says, we have a player who does not want to play for a team that needs the player and does not have someone to replace him. Both are losing, he remarked. Leave us your comment and subscribe to continue growing, and follow us on our social networks, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and TikTok.
Peru News Today. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.